So for those of you guys that have been subscribed to my channel for a while now, a lot of you guys know I love talking about super cheap games. I love sharing with you guys games you can pick up on the cheap, and I've been doing this for quite a while now. I've got, I think, around 7 or 8 episodes on the PlayStation 4. I've got a bunch of episodes on the Xbox One, a bunch of episodes on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And, and with the PlayStation 4, here's the cool thing. Now, a lot of you guys know there's games you're going to want to pick up day one, but sometimes there's so many games coming out so fast and so furious, and also games are expensive, you just can't get to all of them. With the PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, such was the case also. They'd release a game and then down the road they'd maybe have a price drop, they'd have greatest hits. Well, starting June 28th, there's going to be greatest hits games that you can pick up on the PlayStation 4. I'm super excited to share with you guys this PlayStation Hits is what it's going to be titled. And again, starting in June 28th, check your district, your region where you live. It's going to be available at retail stores and also digitally. Now, here's the thing I want to point out and stress to you guys. Now, the 15 games I'm going to be going over with you guys, a lot of these games are games that I've already covered. I've already talked about super cheap games. A lot of these games are games that have been $20 or less for quite a long time, depending where if you get it on eBay or GameStop or Amazon.com or certain other retailers out there. Now, a couple of these I'm going to point out is quite interesting. One of these in this list I'm going to be going over with you is a deal, is a huge drop of what it's been. And I'm super excited to share that with you. But let's go ahead and go over the list with you, the 15 games. First up, you have Bloodborne. Now, Bloodborne is a game, honestly, it is a PS4 exclusive. You cannot get Bloodborne anywhere else except the PS4. Bloodborne is a game that you have, in fact, in a lot of different places. You'll be able to pick up for less than $20, but it's official. It's an official PlayStation Hits title that you'll be able to buy at the PlayStation Store online for $19.99. Or at a retail store for that price. It doesn't say if it includes any of the DLC. I see the box art. It doesn't say if it's maybe the Game of the Year, the Definite Edition. We'll have to wait and see on that. But if you don't have Bloodborne, definitely it's a no-brainer. Love that one. That's one of the games I want to play again soon. And next up we have another PS4 exclusive, Drive Club. This is a racing game that kind of got mixed reviews from a lot of people. This is another one that in a lot of places you can pick up for a really long time. You've been able to pick up, depending on where you go, less than $20. Drive Club. I don't have any experience with that, so I can't really talk much about Drive Club. Next up is one that I really enjoyed, Infamous Second Son. That's one that I covered, I don't know, 1 or 2 years ago. This is a game that you've been able to pick up at different places for less than $20. Infamous Second Son, another PS4 exclusive. I really enjoyed it. I need to play through that one again very soon. Okay, this next one, Killzone Shadowfall. Let me just say, I enjoyed Killzone Shadowfall, but let me say that, in my opinion, this is a ripoff. And I don't say that a lot, but let me share with you why, okay? Right now, at GameStop, you can pick now granted, the day of me filming this, okay, we're not at the point where June 28th is when they're going to do this. Killzone Shadowfall at GameStop, you can pick this one up pre-owned for $5. If you got, depending on the rewards card you have, you can get it for around $4. And so they're going to have this one where it's going to be $20 new. So you can get it for around 1/4 of the price pre-owned at GameStop. If you got a GameStop near you, check it out. If you don't have that game in it's totally worth $5. This is a launch title, Killzone Shadowfall. For a very long time, we've been able to pick up Killzone Shadowfall for less than $20. Do not pay $20. If you can get it for $5, totally do it, okay? That's what I have to say about Killzone Shadowfall. BigPlanet 3 is the next one. This is one that I've talked about in the past. This is one for quite a while you've been able to pick up for less than $20. And this is a game, certainly, if you are into platforming and co-op, local co-op, online co-op. This one's kind of gets mixed results. Some people don't really like the floaty physics of Little Big Planet or Little Big Planet games, but for less than 20 bucks, not a bad pick, especially if you're into platforming. Next up, Ratchet and Clank. Of course, this one came out I think 1 or 2 years ago, and this was like the one is. And, you know, it came out around the same time the movie, but this is kind of like a reimagining where, like, originally it was on the PS2, and then they brought it to the PS3, and it's on the... Ratchet and Clank on the PS4 is gorgeous, is amazing. But for a while, you've been able to pick up... I think Ratchet and Clank actually was a free game, quote-unquote free game that you can get on the PlayStation Plus, like, a while back. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section below. Could you get Ratchet and Clank for free if you had PlayStation Plus? But for a while, you've been able to get this one for 20 bucks. But even saying that, it is definitely worth the $20 price tag. It's a great game. I love that one. It's one of my favorite games. I know it's been out on other, you know, PlayStation systems, but it's great. It really shines on the PlayStation 4. Okay, The Last of Us. This is interesting about The Last of Us. For a very long time, the PlayStation 4 was sold or bundled with The Last of Us, and so they had, I think, I'm not sure if it was like a physical copy. I'm trying to remember. I think it was just a code you got for The Last of Us. So I think what happened is a lot of people had these codes, and so for a while I was seeing these codes sold on eBay for around 10 bucks, or some of these like third-party stores are selling these codes for The Last of Us for around 10 bucks. And then those codes ran out. People were like, this game is awesome, obviously. It was on the PS3, but a lot of people didn't have a PS3 who got a PS4. A lot of people had an Xbox 360 and got a PS4. They're like, well, I want The Last of Us. And then, you could not find the game for a very long time for less than $20, for a really long time. Then I think, for the most part, on eBay and other places, you can find The Last of Us for less than 20 bucks. Obviously a no-brainer, certainly worth the $20 price tag. You could probably get The Last of Us used on eBay for less than that if you shop around, depending on where you live, but one of the best games you can get on the PlayStation brand, of course, is on PS3. But the great thing about the PS4 version is The Last of Us has an option where you can play The Last of Us in 60 frames per second. So check that one out, guys, if you don't have it and you have a PS4. Okay, another title I've talked about in the past, Uncharted 4, okay? This is one that's been a while, for like over a year, I've been able to find this one for less than 20 bucks. But again, this is a PS4 exclusive, certainly worth your time, certainly worth the $20 price of admission, but it's now going to be an official PlayStation Hits title. Okay, Battlefield 4. Okay, here's another oldie but goodie. It's been out for a really long time. Certainly, you can find Battlefield 4 for less than 20 bucks at certain retailers, but they made it official. You can buy it brand new now for the price, or you can download it for at the PlayStation Store starting June 28th. Next up is the game Doom. Of course, Doom hasn't really been out that long. They announced Doom Eternal, I believe, was called, but Doom is a game that, this is another one on the PS4 you've been able to pick up for a while for less than 20 bucks. Next up, Cars. I don't really have a whole lot of experience with Cars. The interesting thing about Cars is you can pick up Cars for less than 20 pre-owned at GameStop.com, but the crazy thing is Cars, or I should say Project Cars. Project Cars is the full title. Project Cars, less than 20 bucks pre-owned at GameStop, but the Xbox One version is less than $10, so less than half the price. And I think the reason why that is I think when Project Cars launched on the Xbox One, it had some major issues, major problems. I'm trying to remember if it was control. There were issues with the controls. I don't know if it was frame rate. I think it was mainly controls. But from what I heard they fixed that issue. But regardless, whether it's the Xbox One or PlayStation 4, you can get that one less than 20 bucks. Now it's going to be official PlayStation Hits title. Okay, next one's an interesting one. Street Fighter V. Okay, I've talked about this one in the past. Street Fighter V, the vanilla or the just standard edition, you've been able to get for less than 20 bucks for a really long time. And I see the cover art. The cover art is just the standard. I'm I'm kind of bummed that, you know, for $10 more, you can get a whole lot more. You can get the arcade edition, which I would recommend you guys would get if you're really into fighting games. Just spend the extra $10, get the arcade edition for around $30, because the vanilla copy, it's good, it's really good, but for a really long time, you've been able to pick it up for that price. So kind of interesting they're doing the greatest hits on Street Fighter V. I'm not too sure about that. Next up, Yakuza Kiwami. This is another game you've been able to pick up for less than $20. That's going to be a PlayStation Hits title. The next one I have to share with you, I did have, and that's Yakuza 0. Now, Yakuza 0, this is out of all the games I'm going over with you guys, well, the next one's pretty good too, but in my opinion, this is the best deal, in my opinion, out of all the games, because currently this game is around $40. Okay, it's very hard to find this one right now less than $20, less than $25 if you're very lucky, but it's usually $30 or more. So in my opinion, Yakuza 0 or Yakuza 0 is the best deal, because you're basically getting it for half of what it's been for quite a while now. And the reviews for this one from gamers and reviewers have been fantastic. It's really, really, really good. And then finally, Metal Gear Solid 5, the Definitive Edition. That's another one. You get all the content, or you get, it's the, from what I've heard, you get a bunch of the stuff that you didn't get with the vanilla copy. And that one's going to be $20. That's a pretty good deal as well. But as I mentioned, most of these games have been less than $20 for a really long time. Pretty much, like, most of these games I've covered in my episodes for Super Cheap Games. But guys, let me know your thoughts on these greatest hits and these lower priced games. Let me know in the comment section below. But as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you later.